What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Kristen Ayana, and before we get into this episode, I just gotta say, make sure that y'all subscribe, like, and turn those post notifications on, and stay tuned with Black Talk Radio. Welcome to Black Talk Radio, hosted by Kristen Ayana. Listen as we discuss the latest in Black culture, Black news, and Black entertainment. What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Kristen Ayana, and welcome back to Black Talk Radio, where we discuss the latest in Black culture, news, and entertainment. Now, I'm super duper excited because we have a very special guest in the building today. Who do I have here?
Justin Love.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good. I mean, it's hot outside, but we in the AC.
I love it.
Praise God.
I love it.
And,
Amen.
I'm really excited to have you today. Like I was saying before we started, I just been keeping up with you and your music for a while. You've really been at it. Like, you're really dedicated. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation for sure.
Yeah.
So,
ain't nothing to it but to do it.
So first things first, just for those who may or may not know, can you just tell us a little bit about, where you're from and, of course, what made you start getting into music?
I'm from New Jersey. Puerto Rican, Cuban, Chinese. Just an R&B kid from Jersey with a bunch of soul, you know what I'm saying? What got me into music, my mom would sing happy birthday to, like, every single family member.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was 4 years old, and it's going to be my little brother's first birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I want to sing happy birthday for Brandon. She's like, oh, yeah, let me hear you. Right? And I sounded like every other 4-year-old, just singing happy birthday. What got me to this point was, the belief everyone else had in me.
Okay.
The support from my mother and my family, and
mm-hmm.
just in its entirety really, really helped me not want to give up on this. So I want to say I started since I was 4, and I was just singing happy birthday to everyone. I have a huge family, so yeah.
I love that. Happy birthday. That's
right.
fire. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta remember that. My birthday is at the end of the year, December. But
hit me. I'll sing you happy birthday.
Okay. we gonna lock in. Get that special happy birthday Justin Love edition. Now, as far as just, growing up in Jersey, how would you say like that has influenced you as an artist?
It's influenced me a lot more as of recently,
right,
than it was me growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was hard. I think it was very hard. Coming from Jersey, you can't just walk across the street and come across somebody that can believe in you and change your life, like a New York or a Los Angeles,
right,
Miami. We can keep going, right? We know the primary states that are known for life-changing moments, right? This is not one of those states. Now, why recently has it impacted me more? Because my goal is a hidden agenda of mine is to make Jersey one of those places.
Right.
And like my main focus has been bringing other creatives together so that they don't necessarily have to go through what I went through, right? A lot of like what felt like a personality disorder, or I didn't know who I was or who my friends were. It's like nobody was into what I was into, and if anybody was doing music, they sucked, and I hated it so much it made me not want to do music,
Wow.
So I think it's really important to give back, hence, and create things that you didn't have growing up while you have it. Because it took me to move out of Jersey, go to LA, move out of LA, come back home to Jersey. Then I went to Miami. And now I'm back home in Jersey. It took me to leave to and hustle like a mother. Can I curse?
Yeah.
You know what I was gonna say. It took me to leave and understand multiple different cultures
Mm-hmm.
throughout the states, to come back and like set an example of what we should be doing here, you know? And like, thankful enough, I mean, Focus changed my life, you know? I helped pen one of my favorite R&B songs, Focus by her.
Yes.
And it opened so many doors for me,
Mm-hmm.
and allowed me to gain like the respect out here in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now I could just like reach out to certain people and they will definitely respond. But back in the day, they definitely
didn't.
wouldn't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm just glad that, you know, my journey has led me to like where I am now. I'm not necessarily so glad on how it's led me to this journey,
Mm-hmm.
but I can respect and appreciate and say that if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am.
Right. I definitely feel you, and I definitely feel like, you know, we all have to like go through certain things or experiences to like shape us to who we are today. Now, I love that you mentioned that you know, you lived in LA, you lived in Miami, because that was actually one of my questions. What was those experiences like, and what do you feel like you took away from each one?
Um,
Because LA is, I personally hate LA. I spent some time there, and it just really was not for me.
you're from Jersey,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's not Jersey. I think out here in Jersey, I think we could not like each other and be in the same room and know we don't like each other, and also continue staring at each other, shit like that. And we both know that we don't fuck with each other. But in LA, people cannot fuck with you and tell you how beautiful you look and how dope those slides are. And oh my God, you're so amazing. I love your glasses. Where'd you get them?
It's
Turn around,
so weird,
talk
though.
the craziest shit about your glasses after they said they loved your glasses.
Yeah.
That's just a very minuscule part that I had a really big pet peeve with, as well as like they too cool for me over there, and it's too much of a facade for me over there. And I don't know, like I feel like in Jersey, in New York, you know, just a tri-state, the fakest person out here could potentially be the realest person in LA. You know? Like, and that's just how I see it. And it's just, I don't know, I don't think there's like genuine love or real love out there. I think it's a lot of broken people that are just chasing their dreams, and I don't blame them for being, you know, as opportunistic. Because, I mean, in this industry, you have to leave a room for yourself, and you have to be available for opportunity, right? You have to definitely take advantage of certain opportunities, but being opportunistic can have its evil ways.
Because my thing with LA, at least for me, I was there in college. Like, I did like a special semester there. I studied like media and communications. I was like working
That's good.
Thank you. I was
That's really
working
good.
at Power 106, and doing all this stuff. My thing is like, wow, and I've worked in entertainment for years now. My biggest thing is while I think our careers are important and they're a part of our lives, that's not who I am alone.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest issue with just living in LA and being around LA people was like, that was the only thing that ever mattered. Like, okay, what you do, and that was it. Like, you're a terrible human being, but you got a great job, so let's be friends. Like, I really hated that. That was very weird.
I went bowling with Billie Eilish. She's dope.
Yeah, fire.
She's fun. Like, she's chill as hell, you know. But my boys invited me. And I pulled up to the bowling alley in pajamas, slides, sock slides. I wasn't matching. That's Jersey shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give up. We know we cool. Why? I don't know. We don't gotta like dress like a superstar. My boys tried telling me to go back home. Like, yo, like, I don't think you should, like, be outside like this, yo. Like, maybe you should go home and change. And I was like, wow. I was like, no. I was like, no, absolutely not. How about you go and ask Billy if she has a problem with how I'm dressed?
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? We chilled, had a great bowling time. My outfit had nothing to do with what she thought. But that's that LA shit I be talking about. Why do I have to look like a superstar and dress in designer and all this fancy shit in order to be accepted? Nah, that's corny. If you don't rock with me, you don't rock with me. It's that simple. You feel me? And I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's cool. It's all love. But, like, I'm not about to be out here trying to impress somebody just to be my friend.
Right. That's too much.
Nah. It's a lot of energy. And we don't need to be, like, surrounded by things like that. And it is all love. Like, I also don't blame them for thinking that way because they came up out there. But that just goes to show, like, different culture.
Yeah.
Different places.
For sure.
That's it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's LA is. Now, let's talk about Miami. What was that like? I
love Miami.
I would feel like a part of me wants to like try to live there for a little bit.
I could say this. It's definitely more of a vacation spot. And if you have a lot of money, it could be a place where you have like a property there.
Okay.
Living there is expensive. And it's very fun in Miami. It's also very expensive to have fun.
Right.
In Miami. So that's really it. Miami was cool. I mean, I had no problem with Miami. I mean, still a few, like, you know, kind of like, they're known for, like, the scammers and shit like that.
Not the scammers.
But, you just got to be careful because a lot of people are very great at hustling over there. What I appreciate about Miami is, like, I'm able to see, like, I can see the bullshit and I could read the bullshit. And I can make my own decision whether or not I want to be with the bullshit or not with the bullshit. LA, you never know what you're getting yourself into. You just never know. It's like a curveball every single day.
Yeah, I literally remember one time in LA, I went to a party and they were like, I got there at the door and they were like, yeah, everyone has to give up their phones, and I went home.
Yeah, I think the only problem with Jersey is that there's just not enough here. There just hasn't been enough. And I think as of recently, there's a lot. Now, like, there's even more restaurants. I see more restaurants, you know, but like more or less what I'm talking about is events for the creatives and the creators and the business minded and the people who enjoy networking and meeting people and just being a part of networking events. You know, like, we need to help each other grow each other's businesses and come together as a whole, you know, like, unit and really, like, show out. Like, show out. We got it. We have stars. We have hustlers. We have, like, bosses, women, men, even kids. You'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I mean, it takes us to put things like what you've put together here. You know, like me, I put together a writing camp. I put together a writing camp. I do that once a month. I also put together a showcase. I do that once a month as well. Anything that I could do to really just build a platform using my name, right? Especially if, like, we have, like, respect and people already know us and we know that we can, like, ask for favors because, like, from other really dope people from Jersey, because all we want to do is help each other. Like, yeah. I mean, y'all want to come fuck with a real community, come fuck with us. You know what I'm saying?
Now, speaking of Jersey, I want to get into your latest project, Jersey Love Music.
I love it. Hell yeah.
What were you feeling when you created this project?
I wanted to give back to my younger self. Like, my thing is, like, Jersey Club has always been overseen by labels since I've been in my first label meeting at 14, okay? Since I was, like, 14, I've been trying to, like, I'd even ask producers, hey, can you make me a Jersey Club beat? And they'd be like, what is that?
Oh.
What's Jersey Club? Like, and I'll just send them a bunch of like remixes. Right. This is Jersey Club. And they'll send me something. I'm like, that is not Jersey Club. I'm like, what is this? You know, it's just been a dream of mine as a young kid to be able to, you know, not only just create Jersey Club, but to create Jersey Club with the pioneers and all of my favorite DJs and producers in the club scene. Right. I have all of my favorite people that I've listened to growing up. They didn't know who I was. I knew who they were before they knew who I was. Right, and I had to do a lot of grinding and hustling in order to gain respect from all the people that are on my project. Hence, Focus, opening doors and whatnot. Now I have a name big enough to be able to, or at least feel comfortable enough to slide into their DM and be like, yo, let's work. Right? J Hood, Chad B. I'll be in the studio with DJ Smalls tonight.
Fire.
Unicorn, Unique.
Oh, I love her.
DJ 809, DJ Q Heat, DJ Tricks. Who else? Curly Jen, Debbie Velos. We got Kat Suvi. So Kat Suvi, she's from New York. But she's rocking with us, so she here with us too, okay? Monty, Remy Boy Monty. He's never done a Jersey Club record. This is his first Jersey Club record. I got Remy Boy Monty to do, honestly, it's my favorite verse from Monty ever, right? Since 679, you guys have to go listen to Monty's verse. He ate. All right. What else? Who else? I mean, did I miss anybody? I think that's pretty much all of it. And then obviously shout out to my two main, you know, engineers and producers, Saysen and Eli, Beats by Eli. I thank everybody that was a part of that project. I couldn't thank them more. I don't think this is like a make it or break it project for my career. But I did intend on this being a project that I did for me, where I feel like everything else is, I've always listened to so many people and I've always really taken like their feedback and I just received it a little too deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I get what you mean.
So now I'm just at a point I'm free from a team completely aside from my publicist Kyrie right now. So there's like no management, no label or anything. Like everything is facilitated by myself and, you know, Kyrie.
How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels great. It's a lot of work, a lot of taking accountability, a lot of learning curves, and a lot of patience because, you know, I had it all given to me, I want to say, starting 2015. I had it really good. I had management, production companies, investors. I didn't have to worry about, I never even questioned anything up until money started coming in. I'm like, wait a second, where's my money? A lot of my money's gone. It's important for artists to oversee everybody's shit that's working for them. And if I leave this interview with any message, that is the message I want you to take from this. Oversee your own shit. Especially if it's you, your business, your money, your music, your name, your IPI number, your BMI account, ASCAP account, DistroKid, United Masters, all of it. All of it. Oh, you don't know what that is? ChatGPT is way better than Google. You feel me? It's way better than Google and it really works. You know? I think artists now should definitely start taking more of accountability for, you know, it's not just the creative. Like, it's not just making dope music. Because if you make the dopest song in the world and you get paid $0 from it, look, I don't know, some people would be happy about that. But if you're starving and your rent isn't paid and you're still in credit card debt, oh, you're going to be tight.
No, definitely.
You feel me?
And I love that you mentioned that because I do think we are in an era where, you know, a lot of artists are more so independent, but I am seeing a lot of artists signing very early on in their career. So, what are your thoughts about that?
I mean, that honestly, it is what it is.
Mm.
Um, like I can't sit here and say that I didn't do the same thing. You know, like I thought my life was gonna change as long as I signed this piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and if I could be on the radio and people could see me, just see me and hear my voice, I could be a superstar. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. There's a lot more that goes into it, you know. But I mean, hey, I feel you and I understand you. It's a lot better if you just a little bit more patient
Mm.
and you do a little bit more work. The work that you don't imagine yourself doing. Go ahead, create the song. Like make the song, make a dope song. But before you put it out, gather up all your assets. And that's that. Make sure that you're making money on every single way you can make money. There's a black box. I don't know if you know what that is. Google it or ask ChatGPT. There's money sitting in there waiting for me, but I don't even know how to get to the black box. I'm still trying to figure out how to get to this black box that's holding all this money I never collected.
Wow.
So even an artist like myself, I'm still going through certain situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all just like a process. It's like a slow but sure learning process, but you got to take accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Now, just by having an experience like that, and like, we talked about, and like I was saying, I know you've been in the industry for so long. How would you say like you maintain your mental health like through all of this? Because it is a lot and it could take a great toll on
Yeah.
people.
I think I could still be doing a better job, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, I've tried like seeking therapy. I haven't found like great therapists. I also have like trust issues,
Mm.
so like that doesn't really like work with me very well. Um, I pray.
Mm. I
I
love
talk to
that.
God. You know, and I clean up a lot. Like
Mm.
I clean up shit that don't need to be cleaned up. You know, but whenever I don't feel good about myself or I feel like foggy or I feel like I don't know, like a little confused, like
Mm-hmm.
lost. Sometimes like everything is going good, you wake up one day and it's like I'm doing terrible. And it's like nothing is wrong.
Mm.
You just feel like you're not doing enough.
I
And
know exactly what you mean.
first thing I do is just start cleaning and reorganizing or I'll just move shit around, you know, like no, I need to create a different like energy in here. I mean, that's what I do.
That's a
Um,
good one though.
you
I
know,
like that.
just like reorganize, put the couch there, put the TV there, or like you know, like just move things around and clean up all over again. And like before you even think about what you're actually stressed about, just clean your room or like clean your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just start first things first. Like for me, that's the first thing. Like just do your bed. Like doing that is like I don't know. It's like the best thing. Like I don't do my bed every day. I'm not gonna act like I'm a bed perfectionist or anything like that. I should definitely do my bed a lot more than I'm making it seem like I do. But it starts with the little things before you can worry about what's really going on in life for real. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you get your mind right and like you just start step by step, I just ease my way into my days. You know. I know I'm gonna have a hectic day. I bet I'm gonna have a really slow morning, purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's getting missed calls. I'm ignoring everybody for this whole up until 12 o'clock. I'm gonna set my alarm, and then I'll start stressing out. But up until 12, I'm stress free. You feel me? That's what I do sometimes too. So those are my tips and tricks on how to get better if you don't like or trust therapists.
I like those. I also think we all like. I like what you said about a slow morning because I think being in entertainment, I always like to say it's like we're not doctors, we're not saving lives. Like it's never a real emergency, right?
Yeah,
So like setting those boundaries, I think is super important, and it gives you the ability to create that balance.
it is super important. Like when I have like really busy days and I know a lot of people are going to call, for instance, let's say when you throw an event, anyone that has ever thrown an event or hosted an event or you're performing and the day of everybody's hitting you.
Right.
Everybody. You can't get to me performance. My phone is on do not disturb. You feel me? Like, and I might give my phone to somebody else. And like the only people that need to contact me are not contacting me. They're probably going to contact Kyrie. You feel me? But like I don't need to talk to everybody. I don't. Right. You know, and you don't need to talk to everybody either. And just because you didn't answer somebody's call right now doesn't mean the world is over. It's so great that we can just like call people back.
It's the look up for me.
Right? How great is that? You could actually call somebody back. That's like amazing.
No, I love that. I think just like setting those boundaries is like the world will be a better place
if we all protected our peace, right?
Right, and we all set our personal boundaries.
I love that.
Now, another question I have is, and you mentioned it earlier, you talked about writing for her.
Yeah.
Can you just talk to us about that experience and what that was like for you? And I guess like the turning point.
I got goosebumps every time that shit happens. I was my first management team, my first production team ever. If you know me and you know who I'm talking about. But it was God that did that. God definitely did that. Why? Because I was at a point where I wanted to quit, and I only had $5 to my name, and I took this last $5 for the first time ever. I went to New York, or just it wasn't about New York. It was just I went somewhere alone, and there was no intent and no reason for me going to New York. I needed air, and I wanted to get away. I wanted to spend the whole day alone. So I have a song streaming. It's like 1 million, 2 million plus. Stress no more. And you know, I'm like, damn, like, why am I broke? Why do I have 100,000 followers, but I don't have $100,000? Where's my money? Where is everything? And how come every time I ask a fucking question, no one answers my question? It's like you give me an answer and like I feel like the question's answered, but when I walk away, I realize
it ain't.
You did not tell me shit.
And I still don't got no money.
And I still don't have my money. Cool, granted. So, go to New York for no reason. I have $5 to my name. All right? If you know that area of Jersey, at least, you get on a Poppy bus for $1, but you could hop that shit. I hopped that shit. I got on the bus and got off the bus. He said, Poppy, Poppy. I was like, Poppy. Right? I'm out. So I still have $5. I didn't have to spend that $1. You know, when you don't really got it like that, you got to make things work. Maybe. So with that being said, $5 to my name, 2 Bros Pizza. You get 2 slices and a can of soda for $2.50. Can't beat that. That's the best $2.50 you can spend in the city. Okay? 2 slices of can of soda is exactly what I got. So I'm there, I'm eating, whatever, and then I go, I see this like homeless dude by 7-Eleven, and he's like, hey man, you got any change you can spare me? And that pissed me off. I was pissed, okay? Because from what it looked like, he looked absolutely fine, clean, looked like he had new shit. Like, he did not look like your average homeless person. So I sat down next to him. I was like frustrated at first, and I let like the heat simmer. I sat down next to him, and he's looking at me like, what the fuck's about to happen, you know? I'm like, why do you need money right now? He's like, to survive. I'm like, what would you do to survive? He's like, listen, man, I'm not really here for a sob story. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I was in the military. I don't know where my parents are. I don't know this. whole sob story. I got tired of listening to his story because after a while, I feel like he was just giving me excuses on why he couldn't get his ass up, walk into 7-Eleven and do his best to try to get a job or just do something for yourself instead of give up, because I hate watching people give up. You feel me? Anyways, besides the point, I get up, I start singing to people thinking that, they're going to want to listen to me sing. Nope, no one gave a fuck about me singing at all. People were paying me to not sing, okay? Like, oh, I gotta go, here you go. I made the fastest $20 I ever made, and I thought to myself, I'm like, bro, why don't I do this every day? I'm struggling as an artist. I only got $5 to my name. I made $20 in like no time. Cool. Now I'm in my head, and I'm frustrated about that, and I'm just like, I see the money, I give it to Dave. That's his name, Dave. Like, here you go, bro. He's like, what? Really? Thank you. I'm still like pissed in my head. I just walk away from him, right? As I walk away, I hear, Justin. I'm like, oh my God, now let me stop. Justin. And there's this guy, Jason Hobdy, one of hers managers. Mm-hmm. He was like, we were at your show last week at Webster Hall. She's a big fan of your work and your performance. Like, we loved it. Mm-hmm. Would you come upstairs and say hi? I would have worked with the mailman if the mailman asked me to come up to the studio. Like, that's how, like, that's right. Where I was in life. And I went upstairs. There she was, playing the piano. After she played the piano, played the guitar. Like, it was separate rooms. Mm-hmm. She was in the live room, and I was on the opposite side, just watching her, like, do her thing. And I'm like, shit. Like, at this time, like, just to learn how to engineer, I would take people off the street and just record them for free, because I wanted to learn how to engineer, right? I've worked with people who didn't do music at all. The worst of the worst you could imagine, right? Now, she was the best of the best. Like, anything I sang, she could sing the exact same way. Pinpoint perfect. And I knew, I'm like, yo, whatever we do is going to be amazing, okay? I never wrote a song for anybody else in my life. This was my first time writing for somebody else. The next day, we met up again, and we wrote Focus, 2 other songs that I wish I had in my phone still. But it was amazing, and that was God, I feel, giving back to me, because I could have sang to those people and kept that $20. But as much as I wanted to keep the $20, I didn't, and I gave it to that, the homeless dude. Mm-hmm. Whether he deserved it or not, none of my business. But what I got from it, it's helping me keep the lights on today, Like, it's definitely still paying, and I'm blessed and honored to say that I was a part of that project, and I can't wait to work again.
Wow, that's a fire story. I mean, it really just shows, like, I always say, every time we feel like we're at our lowest, or like we feel like we want to give up, like, God does something, or like gives you that little thing that's like, no, like, I'm still here. Like, you gotta keep going.
That's what helps me, like, believe in God so much, because how does he do it all the time?
Right.
Why is it such a clear pattern? Every time we feel so deep down in this hole, it's like a random blessing. Pow, here you go. How did this happen? Like, how do you know every time? Amen.
So, my final question for you, and I really enjoyed this conversation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually one of my favorite interviews.
I love that so much.
Yeah, like, I feel like it was so, like, real, authentic, and we had really good conversation. Yeah. So, my last question for you is, if you could leave your supporters with one thing to remember about you, what would it be and why?
To remember about me? Mm-hmm. I am myself, and I also make mistakes, but I do my best, and I don't let nobody play with me, And I'm absolutely okay with being wrong sometimes. But at the end of the day, I just want what's best, for everybody and obviously myself too. But I don't know. I'm just here doing my best, and I just want you to do your best too. You feel me? And don't let nobody play with you. That's it.
I love that, and I think that's a lesson that everybody can relate to and learn from. So I just want to thank you so much for chatting with me. We're gonna bring you back.
I'm happy to be here, and I'll be happy to be back.
Yes, and of course we're wishing you nothing but the best.
Much love. Love y'all. Love gang.